Hello, welcome back to Learn Oikonomia. Today we are going to discuss a very recently developed topic or an index which is known as the Gender Social Norms Index. What is Gender Social Norms Index and what is the relevance of the very same in today's world? Let's discuss the very same. Moving to the Gender Social Norms Index, or simply we call it as GSNI. This is an index which is considered to measure how social beliefs obstruct something called gender equality. We know that we are constantly raising our voice against the gender inequality situation. That means we are always needing a scenario of gender equality. And whenever we are protesting against gender inequality and we demand gender equality, it is also important to promote gender equality, and also it is equally important to see the prevailing situation of the world when it comes to gender equality. Okay, so when it comes to this gender social norms index, the index takes into consideration the social beliefs and its role in obstructing gender equality when it comes to areas such as politics, work, and education. What it does is that it collects data from 76 nations, and when it covers data from 76 nations, what it does is that it covers almost 84% of the world's population. And when it comes to this particular index, the first gender social norms index has been considered and released by, it is developed and released by a very famous international organization, United Nations. And under United Nations, it is the UNDP, or the United Nations Development Program, that takes the responsibility of development and release of this particular index. Let's see how it does this. What UNDP does is that it had collected data from both men and women regarding their concept of biasness against women. So this light blue line shows the case of men. All these are men. And the dark blue shows the case of women. Okay. So you are having four types of sub indicators here. That is, you have political indicator, economic indicator, educational indicator, and physical integrity based indicator. Okay, so what this organization has done is that it collects data from both men and women regarding their biasness against women. So these this particular organization has asked both men and women regarding how do you feel regarding women are biased against, or how do you feel like you don't like women, or you consider gender equality is important, or you consider gender inequality is important, what is your opinion, like that. This particular organization goes and asks to people. So the share of global population biased against women is what is shown here. With regarding with respect to at least one type of biasness, you can see that 98% of men are biased against women, and 97% of women are biased against women. Regarding political aspect, 64% of men are biased against women and 53% of women are biased against women. Regarding economic aspect, 63.2% of men are biased against women and 49.7 of women are biased against women. Regarding educational aspect, 22.4% of women are biased against women and 28.7 of men are biased against women. Regarding physical integrity, 69.7 women are biased against women and 74.1% of men are biased against women. So this is what the UNDP could find. So the UNDP could conclude that even though we were having so many programs, policies, protests, demands, etc. for ensuring gender equality, despite decades of progress, uh, we could not close what is known as this equality gap. We cannot close this yet. So close to 90% of men and women hold the view that there exists some sort of biasness that is prevalent against women, and half of the people, they feel that men are superior political leaders compared to women. It is the men category or the male category who form superior political leaders. Also, more than 40% of people think that men make better business executives and they are fit to carry out some jobs, and this would be done without lagging, especially when economy is lagging. In order to equip the economy to come out of that particular situation, it would be the men who is fit to do certain tasks, and that is what is believed by 40% of people, and 28% believe that they always consider that it is just for a man to beat his wife. So this is what is justified. A man can beat his wife. 28% of people believe that. And this highlight a biasness, or that is something which is against the women. Okay. And this is something which is felt in many economies. And this highlights a bias shift in some 30 countries, which reveal while some improvements are there in some areas, our attitudes is something that we have to change, and only by doing that there can be some progress, otherwise no progress can be made. So we have come a long way when it comes to the gender equality kind of slogan that we are raising, and in order to ensure women their rights, we have to make it sure that we have to close some at least to an extent this kind of gap. And gender gap is something that is very obvious even now. World leaders would be taking so many actions, they will be going for some protests, they will be going for some slogans, etc., so as to create gender equality. And we know that even the governments and institutions are having certain policy schemes, programs, etc., but what we need is not new policies and schemes. What we have to do is we need to strengthen the existing policies. We can have new policies, but before that we have to strengthen the existing policies, because what we have here is not lack of policies, we have ample number of policies. The problem here is the problem with respect to implementation. We have to ensure some proper implementation here, and this can be done through education, this can be done through creating awareness among people, this can be done through practicing. And in short, we could see that this particular index is something that gives us some clue regarding the kind of invisible barriers which act in front of women, which would be obstructing them to have equality with men. And this is something that we have to break. This kind of glass ceiling we have to break. Okay, and this can be it could be broken only with awareness and practice. So that's all about today. Thank you for watching, and you can like, share, subscribe to this channel for more video. You can be a part of my Telegram community. I will be providing the link of the very same in the description box. Also, you can download the Learn Oikonomia app. For that also, I'll be providing the link of that in the description box. Thank you for watching, and kindly like, share, subscribe to this channel for more videos.